I'm now honoured to invite His Excellency, the Honourable Hieu, Governor of South Australia, to speak to us and to present the Governor's commendations. Please welcome His Excellency.
Thank you. And thank you and good morning. I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional custodian of the land that we're gathering here this morning, the Kaurna people, and we pay respect to their spiritual relationship with the country. I also like to thank Uncle Louis and Tamika for their gracious welcome to the country. I would like to acknowledge the Honourable Dr. Susan Close, Minister for Education and Child Development, and this morning she also represents the Premier of South Australia. Mr. Vincent Tazia, MP, Member for Hartley, representing the Shadow Minister for Education, Councillor Megan Hander, the Deputy Lord Mayor of Adelaide City Council, also representing the Lord Mayor, Mr. Robert DeBell, Deputy Presiding Member, and Dr. Neil McLaurin, Chief Executive SACE Board of South Australia, Ms. Jane Johnson, representing the Chief Executive Department of Education and Child Development, distinguished guests, and especially the students, ladies and gentlemen. My wife Lana and I warmly welcome you all to Government House for this presentation ceremony and celebration on this most beautiful day. We are so pleased to welcome many outstanding students from right across our state to this wonderful celebration here today. And we are so delighted that their families and friends who've been supporting them with their efforts and developments over the years are joining us here today. I'm also very pleased to welcome teachers, principals and members of SACE Board here today and acknowledging their significant roles in supporting the students with their learning and achievements. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all aware of many challenges for young people during their formative years and the tremendous pressure that they face at the time of undertaking SACE. It is therefore truly inspiring to see so many students here today who have excelled in their studies and achieving outstanding results. The successful completion of the SACE is both an achievement in itself, but also a sound stepping stone to the next stage of life and learning. In addition to having the opportunity to choose further studies, whether at tertiary level or vocational courses, those who have completed SACE also have a wide range of work and career options. The community in South Australia and beyond will benefit as a result. I'm very pleased to see many excellent results were achieved by students in 2015. And the numbers of students who achieved their SACE, gained an Australian tertiary entrance ranking, or achieved at least one subject merit are all even higher this year than last year. I must say I'm so heartened to see the number of Aboriginal students who achieved their SACE rose by 15%. This is an outstanding result. And I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate the 920 students who received at least one subject merit. I encourage you all, as well as your parents and teachers, to take pride in this important achievement. I'm so delighted today to acknowledging selected students who have excelled in particular ways. The Governor of South Australia Commendations recognises the students who have demonstrated the most outstanding overall achievement in their SACE studies. The Commendation for Excellence in Modified SACE Award celebrates the achievement of the student with at least the best overall performance in their Modified SACE studies. Today, it will also be my great pleasure to present the Governor of South Australia Commendations for Aboriginal Student SACE Award. This award recognises and celebrates the Aboriginal students with the best overall performance in their SACE studies. These awards acknowledge the qualities that are the foundation of the SACE, those qualities that encourage students to develop as thinkers, as workers, as learners, and as communicators. By demonstrating these qualities, these young people exemplify what it means to be engaged young citizens of South Australia and of the world. Once again, congratulations to the merit recipients here today, and I wish you all the very best for the next phase of your life. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
Your Excellency, I now have great pleasure in presenting the students who are recipients of the Governor of South Australia Commendation. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Amy Badenoch. Amy has achieved 5 subject merits for accounting, chemistry, physics, biology and the research project. Please join us in congratulating Amy Badenoch. Your Excellency, the next Governor's Commendation recipient is Neha Bishnoi, who is unable to be here today as she is currently preparing to study at Monash University. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Neha Bishnoi. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Theodora Galanis. Theodora has achieved 5 subject merits over 2 years for drama, English studies, psychology, modern history and the research project. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Theodora Galanis. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Elise Gamble. Elise achieved a merit in the research project whilst dedicating her time to numerous fundraising campaigns and encouraging others to make a difference. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Elise Gamble. Your Excellency, the next Governor's Commendation recipient is Ella Graham, who is unable to be here today as she is currently overseas preparing to volunteer in Malawi for 4 months. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Ella Graham. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Mark Hansen, who is collecting the commendation on behalf of his son, Jonah Hansen. Jonah has received subject merits for specialist mathematics and physics and is a recipient of the Tuckwell Scholarship from ANU Canberra. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Jonah Hansen. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Tenu Harath. Tenu has achieved 5 subject merits over 2 years for drama, English studies, chemistry, physics and the research project. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Tenu Harath. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Tatiana Hubchenko. Tatiana has achieved subject merits for mathematical studies, physics and performance special study. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Tatiana Hubchenko. Your Excellency, the next Governor's Commendation recipient is Anu Lang, who is not able to be here today as she is currently preparing to study at the ANU in Canberra. Ladies and gentlemen, we're pleased to congratulate Anu Lang. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Brandon Lee. During his studies, Brandon has used his graphic design skills to design and publish promotional material for local businesses whilst volunteering his time at community events. Ladies and gentlemen, please join with me to congratulate Brandon Lee. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Ezram Lehman. Ezram has achieved 4 subject merits over 2 years for specialist mathematics, mathematical studies, geography and the research project. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Ezram Lehman. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Jade Maiden. Jade achieved a merit in the research project and was awarded a Student Citizenship Award from the Order of Australia Association. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Jade Maiden. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Brittany Machado. Brittany has achieved 6 subject merits over 2 years for Physics, Business and Enterprise, English Studies, Mathematical Studies, Workplace Practices and the Research Project. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Brittany Machado. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Abby Moore. Abby has achieved subject merits for Chemistry, Mathematical Studies and the Research Project. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Abby Moore. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Isaac Nakoni. Isaac has achieved 6 subject merits over 2 years for Chemistry, Specialist Mathematics, Physics, Mathematical Studies, English Studies and the Research Project. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in congratulating Isaac Nakoni. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Nina Nguyen. Nina achieved a merit for the Research Project and was a finalist and silver medalist in the 2015 RACI National Chemical Analysis Competition. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Nina Nguyen. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce James Petchy. James has achieved 5 subject merits over 2 years for Biology, English Communications, Physics, Mathematical Studies and the Research Project. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate James Petchy. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Elise Pryor. Elise has achieved subject merits for English Communications and the Research Project. She also organised speakers to come to her school to raise awareness about the dangers of alcohol-fuelled violence. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in congratulating Elise Pryor. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Sophie Proud. Sophie has achieved subject merits for Biology, Chemistry, Specialist Mathematics, Mathematical Studies and the Research Project. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Sophie Proud. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Kezar Rana. Kezar has achieved 5 subject merits over 2 years for Chemistry, Physics, Biology, Mathematical Studies and the Research Project. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Kezar Rana. Your Excellency, the next Governor's Commendation recipient is Serena Ritchie, who is not able to be here today as she is currently preparing to study at the ANU in Canberra. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in congratulating Serena Ritchie. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Michael Robinson. Michael was nominated for the National Youth Award for Leadership and Courage in recognition of his work with young carers. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Michael Robinson. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Hope Stahl. Hope achieved 5 subject merits for Chemistry, Specialist Mathematics, Mathematical Studies, Physics and the Research Project. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Hope Stahl. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Ricky Stocker-Johns. Ricky achieved a merit for the Research Project and has helped people understand how to best meet the needs of youth in the Riverland. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Ricky Stocker-Johns. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Eleanor Tompkins. Eleanor has achieved 3 subject merits for English Studies, Mathematical Studies and Physics. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Eleanor Tompkins. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Flynn Wells. Flynn has achieved 5 merits for English Communications, Geography, Legal Studies, Mathematical Methods and the Research Project. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Flynn Wells. Your Excellency, it's now my pleasure to introduce Arabella Hart. Arabella is the 2015 recipient of the Governor of South Australia Commendation Aboriginal Student SACE Award. We are honoured that His Excellency is presenting this significant award to the Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander student who achieved the best overall performance in the SACE last year. Please join in congratulating Arabella Hart. Your Excellency, it's now my pleasure to introduce Katrina Arnold. Katrina is the 2015 recipient of the Governor of South Australia Commendation Excellence in Modified SACE Award. Students studying modified subjects are able to achieve excellence in their SACE studies as they strive to achieve their individual learning goals. Please join in congratulating Katrina Arnold. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the presentation of the 2015 Governor of South Australia Commendations. Thank you, Your Excellency and Mr DeBell, for presenting these awards. Please join with me again in congratulating all of the students who have received these prestigious awards.